What's up, guys? Good morning to everybody. We are back here gonna finish up those kill quests, check on the shop, and see what is happening. See if we can make any more BSLT today. We are currently up to 18.6, so some of our stuff looks like it might have sold, maybe? Okay, all of our fabric is still sitting there, so that is not a good sign, but oh well. We will see what happens today. Processed fabric. Redo that one. Processed fabric. Alright, so yeah, definitely way cheaper today. 0.16, 0.17. But again, we do not care because we will eventually use that processed fabric anyway if it does not sell. And eventually it will. It all goes in like peaks and valleys. So things go up, things go down. Ooh, 0.09. That's pretty cheap on that actually. And that is the one that we do need. Let's see, what is the lump of ore? 0.1, okay. All right, not too bad. So now that we have a little bit of BSLT, we can actually start playing around here. And we can potentially buy some of these things that are cheap instead of spending our labor. Because we're out of labor, so now let's do that. Let's go ahead and buy these guys. And oh yeah, thanks Cody. Cody told us this great tip that you don't actually have to wait for the stupid owl to come back. So you can just click on the mail tab over here, the convenience, and you can see mailbox or shift P, and it will come up and you can get your stuff. So, you know, it's something like, I knew the tabs are here, and obviously, you know, Shift P works as well, like the mail tab, but you just never kind of think to do those things per se, and you're always like, eh, stupid owl. You know, it's just something that, like, that happens in game. Alright, so we do need to go kill about 100 mobs, so we are going to go back to our farming spot after we collected these crops. And you can see now we actually have enough ore, lumber, and we are going to have enough fabric when we take some of our items off of the auction house to actually craft those shotgun ores again. And we do have a whole bunch of archeum, so we can actually make about 5 bundles. Oh, ooh. Huh. We don't have enough labor to actually craft to gather our crops, because I forgot it does take 5 labor to actually harvest those crops. So we do have to actually go finish these mob kills and then come back here. So let's go do that right now. Yeah, we never should have gotten down this low on labor. So that's a big tip right there. Don't ever get down this low on labor. Let's see how much the labor pot is actually going to cost if we wanted to buy one. 9.5 today. So there are some times that maybe you can make more money by buying the labor pot and then, you know, converting things or crafting things or opening coin purses and so forth. So you always have to do some calculations. This game has tons and tons of math behind it. That's probably part of the reason why I actually really enjoy this. I love math. I love, you know, data, crunching numbers. All right, so we're back to our old faithful spot because this one was quite efficient at actually, you know, getting those kills that we needed really quickly. So we did touch upon in the other videos, and we always kind of do, all the bots are back and forth. The like efficiency of being a free-to-play player and how it's not very efficient at all. So someone has asked, like, okay, what do I buy, right? What's the steps? How do I become, you know, a paid player? But I don't want to spend a lot of money. Like, what should I buy? So the easiest thing that I'll always tell you is to buy the starter packages off of the website, right? So the website has a starter package currently. You spend 30 USD and you can use it with a credit card. And this is why I like these packages is, man, we should kill a bunch of bots. There's so many of them. So many bots. The bot army is back today. 1,700, 1,300, 1,300. So, all right. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. And we're actually not buffed, so we do have to be a little careful here. Oh man, it's a close call. Let's pop a potion just in case. Oh, he's got like no HP. He's like lagging to death. Alright, so going back to the topic at hand. So the efficiency, the best way, in my opinion, to start off is by buying the credit card package on the website. So it's $30. You can use the credit card, which is so nice compared to do crypto swaps, especially if you're a brand new player and you're not sure. So $30 should not break the bank. If $30 means a lot to you, you probably shouldn't be playing video games like this. You probably shouldn't be, doing things of this nature. You should probably just be working a job and making money if $30 means a lot to you. So let's just get that out there, right? Sorry if that offends you or makes you feel upset or angry, but simply just go get a job if $30 is a lot to you. That's my opinion on the matter, right? Okay, so if 30 is a lot to you, disregard this, stop watching, go get a job. Like, yeah, $30 should not be that hard to actually make. Maybe different countries. Ooh, bot. Let's kill the bot. Oh, I can't kill the bot. He's in peace mode. So yeah, so buy the $30 package. That will get you 60 BSLT. And the reason I say that one is probably the best one to start off with is it's super simple, super easy to get. And 60 BSLT is actually more BSLT than we have right now. And we've been playing for approximately 30 days, about an hour every single day, doing dailies and doing such like that, grinding out the game. So you can see, you can skip all of these episodes. Episode 1 to episode 42, you completely skip all of those by simply paying $30 and jumping ahead. Because you'll have more BSLT than me. Your character level won't be as high for, a couple hours, but you can then get 60 BSLT, which with that 60 BSLT, I recommend to buy the Arc Pass. So in the schedule here, buy the Arc Pass, the one that costs Beginner Settlement Arc Pass 20 and then 30. So that's going to get you these 4 quests, and these are going to be, really good. They're going to get you a bunch of bonus rewards, and you don't actually even lose your BSLT. Once you finish the entire Arc Pass, so in 14 days, approximately 14 days, could be a little bit less if you don't do all the quests, you will get all of that BSLT completely back, refunded to you in your account. So it's like, it's freebie. All the stuff is a complete freebie. Let's see if he wants to party. And then with the remaining 10 BSLT that you'll get, you can then go ahead and buy weapons and armors. So you'll actually be just as strong, if not stronger, than my character, and you'll have the Arc Pass for that total of 60 BSLT. So you could be a level 1 character and you could be like just as strong, if not stronger, gear score wise, than my character who's been playing for 30 days and is level 41, spent tons of hours and labor and effort playing the game. So this is why people say the game is pay to win, right? To a certain degree, it's speed things up, and you have to remember that all these things are not actually sold by the game company. They're sold by other players who are selling their gear, selling their experience. They're selling their time and effort that they've spent in the game to other players because either they want to cash out and quit the game, or they don't need those things anymore and they're trying to use different weapons and armors, for example. And then we also have the bots to help. So the bots are the ones that are making all of the tier 4 weapons 1 BSLT, even with some good stats. So you know, in a way, the bots have made the game very, very cheap to play. They've also crushed their earnings, so it's not like, hey, I can jump the game and start playing a ton. And that's why in the very beginning of the server, when people started playing this game, they could actually make a lot of money really quickly, really fast, and efficiently because there wasn't really many bots. And so then the bot army took over and they crushed all the prices. So, you know, like day 1, day 2, you could actually have sold tier 4 weapons for, you know, like maybe 15 BSLT or 20 BSLT. And that's a significant, you know, price increase over what it is today. Also, the green skill books, you could have sold those for like 5 to 10 BSLT. And now those are 0.1 BSLT or 0.2 BSLT. And of course, over time, because more and more items are created, these things will go down in value generally. The only way something goes up in value if there's, you know, more people, then there is supply of it. So it's supply and demand. And right now, there's too many being supplied by the bots. And the fact of the matter is, the bots have made so much of this excess supply that I don't think that we will ever really see tier 4 weapons, you know, become more valuable again. Tier 4 weapons will probably always be 1 BSLT for tier 4 weapons, the green ones at least. But yeah, so right there, so the 30 USD will get you pretty much as strong, if not stronger than my character, because you'd get 10 pieces of gear. So you'd get, you know, 2 or 3 weapons that are tier 4, and then you'd be able to either buy your skills that you want, you'd be able to buy your armor, which is not as important. You can only buy tier 3 armor because they do not have tier 4 armor for free. So tier 4 armor is still very expensive, but you can get that. You can get your accessories. So you can pretty much have a fully decked out character at that point. And you don't have to upgrade your gear, you don't have to use any labor on any of your gear. And then you can just focus on simply rushing the green storyline quest, getting your level up. Once you get to level 30, then you have the choice of, okay, do I want to rush through the other storyline quests, the other basic quests, and get some levels there? Or do I just want to grind mobs now that I'm super strong compared to all the mobs and, you know, farm mobs way more efficiently? So the crazy thing is, if you do that, if you buy all the tier 4 weapons for your character, and then you buy all the tier 3 armor, notice that'll cost you about 15 BSLT to buy everything with accessories included. You'll actually have a gear score of around 12,000, maybe like 100 or so. And you could be a level 1. So you could be a level 1 character and have a gear score of like 12,100. Which in turn would give you a really high combat level. And your level, you could be level 1 with a gear score of, you know, 12,000 with as little as like 15 BSLT. So then the next step after that is to get the land. So you would now be trying to farm and earn BSLT. And you got, you know, different choices at that point. You could either coin purse farm, you could play the auction house, you could also go into raids, but to get into raids, you got to get to level like 50 at least. You know, a lot of raids are now asking for level 55. 55, there's a 50. You could also attempt to make your own raid too. So even if you are low level, if you're level like 45 and you're like, I just want to raid, there's nothing stopping you from actually making your own raid and setting it to like anyone can come and join. Of course, it will be a lot harder for your raid to actually beat another raid, but if you're simply trying to, you know, farm the basic raid mobs, or maybe sneak out one of the raid bosses and not really worry about getting a bunch of them, you probably will be able to do that. You probably be able to find a rift that is not really contested. Maybe at different times of the day when the server is in lower population. And so if you can't find any raids, or you can't get a rift done at like say 10 o'clock in the morning, try 12 o'clock, try 2 o'clock in the afternoon, try 4 o'clock. Always try different time zones so you can see whether there's a lot of people playing at that time, if there's too much competition. So the game is solely a PvP game. It's a competition. You know, everyone's fighting against everyone. There are technically no friends in this game. The friends that you make are the people along the same journey and that you like can agree with and just like get along with. You make these friends along the way of playing the game, and you kind of band together in support for one another and make guilds, make families, and help each other along the way. But realistically, the game is you versus everybody else on the server. There is no factions, there is no friends, there is no family. You have to make them in game. And if you're not going to put in the effort and not going to chat, not going to interact with other players, you're not going to make friends. Like, just think, just because like you want to be this dude's friend right here, you're like, hey, let's be friends. He doesn't know what you're doing. I haven't talked to him at all. Like, you know, sure, he's an NPC, and most likely he's not going to become my friend. But, you know, maybe if I talk to him, he might become my friend. But if I just sit there and be like, hey, and then jump up and down in front of him, you know, he's going to be like, what? What are you doing? Huh? I don't understand. Like, I don't speak that language. So you got to chat, you got to talk, you got to interact with other people. And you can make connections that way and potentially become friends, join guilds. And yeah, like talking and chatting is one of the biggest things in an MMORPG. And especially in a game like this where you are essentially solo against the world. Like it's you against everyone else. You need to have allies, you need to have friends. And that's something that, you know, we don't necessarily do that much because I more play as a merchant. So we talked about this before. Everyone has a role that they play in these games. And my general role, and why you don't see a lot of raids and a lot of, you know, PvP battles, is because I actually just enjoy playing as a merchant, as someone who's buying and selling items, someone who's you know, newscasting, talking about the economy, talking about updates, bringing breaking and latest news to people, talking about the drama. I enjoy that stuff, you know, casting aspect. I'm not a, you know, physical barbarian fighter type person. I'm not going out there like, I'm gonna go PvP and kill you guys. You know, like that's not fun for me, right? So I enjoy everything that I'm doing here. The free-to-play series definitely is getting on my patience of like, this is so pointless. Like, I should be just throwing down the money and making my character stronger. So, you know, like, we're getting to that frustration point. And that's what happens too, is sometimes you get so far into a game and you're just like, well, if I throw $30 down, I'd be stronger, I'd be faster, like, it'd be more, you know, more better. So that's kind of like the goal of the free-to-play. You can do it free-to-play 100%, as we have shown you, because, you know, we are slowly but surely earning our BSLT. We're earning our money, we're progressing, but you can make progress so much faster to a certain point. After a certain point, so after you spend, say, that $30, right, and you get your 60 BSLT, you can't make any more, you know, gear appear. You can't get stronger gear cheaply. The next step is to buy tier 4 armor. And tier 4 armor can, you know, be earned in game, obviously. You have to go and do rifts, you have to get lucky, and you have to get the drops from the rifts, but you can earn that. And so everyone else is trying to do that. That's where everyone is stuck right now. Everyone is either, you know, trying to farm BSLT just to make the money and to sell it, or they're trying to farm BSLT / blue Archean cores to actually upgrade their gear. And so everyone is at this same point where in order to go from 12,000 gear score to get up to 13,000 gear score, it's going to take, you know, a month of grinding, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months of grinding. And you have to get lucky as well. Like, when you think about it, when you really think about it, there's 50 people in a raid, and there's only one loot for the raid when you kill a mega boss. So one person out of 50 gets an Archean core. The Archean core does not guarantee that you get to upgrade your gear. At tier 4, you have a 50% chance of upgrading your gear. And you also need a couple other materials. The materials and everything is farmed in game. It is earned in game by simply playing the game. But it is a long process to actually upgrade your gear. So everyone is doing this same process, and they are all stuck at the same point. They need to get their armor up to tier 4. And so whether you stick around and keep grinding it out, or you pay money, or you quit the game, that's totally up to you. All those options are totally viable. But with enough time and effort, you can get your gear up to tier 4. May it take 6 months, may it take a year? Yes, it definitely could. But as you play the game, there will be more events, and there will be special content and new content that will make progression easier. Right now, we are at endgame. Endgame is simply raiding and trying to get those cores, trying to get, be one of the 50 people to get lucky. Those things will progressively get easier and easier and easier to get as new content and more updates happen. This will be easier to get to tier 4 gear. That is the natural cycle of an MMORPG and games. Progress always happens, and the monsters are always here. So the monsters are always going to be dropping what they drop. They're always going to drop coin purses. They're always going to drop chests. They're always going to drop items. And it's the player's jobs to go and farm them and earn them. And also, obviously in the future, they probably will adjust the rates because they've been doing a lot of balance tweaking and adjustments. So I would expect the gear upgrade chance to go to 100% at some point in the future for tier 4 armor. So they would definitely make it easier. That would be a significant increase in ease of access and getting to tier 4 gear. But right now, pretty much everyone is stuck at that same 12,000 gear score spot. And that's what you notice too. If you look at the top 100 players, it's not that different. So 12,000 is very, very easy to get. Like I said, 15 BSLT approximately. And then you see the top 100, they're at 13.3. And that's actually not that difficult to get. That's only a couple of gears that have been upgraded. So let's take a look at the bottom here and see what the guy has who is rank 100. So rank 100, he has a tier 4 weapon. He has a tier 4 weapon. So he's got one at heroic, and then he's got one at arcane. Tier 3, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. And then he has a tier 4 hats. He's got a tier 4 jerkin, a shirt, and then it looks like he's got a tier 4 boots and a tier 4 pants. So he's got 4 pieces of armor at tier 4. So he's not that much stronger than you are if you were at 12,000 and you just have everything at tier 3 and tier 4. He is, 4 pieces of gear potentially higher level than you, like slightly. And you can see the difference too. So let's take a look at the difference on how much stats that armor is actually giving compared to I think we have a tier 3 armor right now. So the stat difference isn't that much either. So we have a tier 3 plate armor. Let's see if we can find a guy who has tier 3 or tier 4 plate. So that's leather. Okay, plate, here we go. So we can compare ours, and he actually doesn't even have a tier 4. Damn it. It's not good. So he has a tier 4 hats. He's got a tier 4. Why didn't you upgrade your freaking chest to tier 4? That's a jerkin. It's cloth. Nope, it's leather. It's leather. It's leather. Yeah, not many people use plate. That's cloth. Which is kind of interesting because a lot of people are archers. So plate actually works pretty well, I think, in PvP. But again, don't take my word for it. I'm terrible at PvP. This is all just theory crafting. Oi, where are you, plate? It's cloth. Cloth. So that's plate, but it's tier 3. Okay, so let's find what class is he. Ormancy Archer Defense. Maybe this one Battle Rage. A plate. Okay, cool. So this guy has a plate, tier 4, and look at the stats difference. So the defense is 814 more, and then the magic defense is 272 more. So it's not too much. It's about a 50% increase on physical damage, and then about a 50% increase on magic defense. But he's also heroic as well, so he's put some more Archeum in there. But still, this is not that much difference in stat-wise, because the defense stats actually don't like really do that much. Like here, we can show you. So let's he's 200 and something points, right? So let's get attacked by this dude. Let's kill one of them, and then we'll have the other guy attack us, and you can see how much damage he does. So he does approximately 118 damage, right? Okay, so he hit us for 260 damage there. 260, 121. So either 120 or 260. And now let's take off our chest piece and show you what the damage difference is. Okay, we have to do it after battle. So we have to kill this guy, and then we'll do this experiment once again. So you know the numbers here. He hits us either for 120 or he hits us for 260. Alright, so now we're done. So now let's take this off. And so remember, it was 260 or 120 is how much damage that the guy actually did to us. Ah, no wonder. So we're in peace mode. That's why like the bots are running around freely. Hey, our fabric is selling. Look at that. Ching, 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 ching. That's great. Oh wow, see the cheapest one is 0.16 and ours are already selling, so we could actually go ahead and buy this and then just like flip them. And that's the power of listing things in smaller quantities. Let's go do that. Let's buy this one. And then let's go and flip them. Because we also just need it to upgrade and craft our own stuff. Alright, so we got our guy here. So remember 120 and 260. So now he is actually hitting us for 360. But I don't know if he's doing the same spell. I think this is a different mob. We'll have to wait for the other one. Because the other one was throwing like 2 fireballs at us. So I think this is a different mob. Oh yeah, he hit a critical for 1,000 on us. Ooh, he almost killed us. Okay. Here we go. This is, yeah, so he's using a different spell. So look, he's hitting us for 127 now. So he's only hitting us for 7 more points of damage. And that 129. Like, you can see the difference here, 128. Like, the damage is only up by, like, 0.8, and we completely took our chest off. We have no defense, so we lost 530 magic defense, and he's still only hitting us for 8 additional damage points. Like, he's literally not hurting us at all compared to, like, the chest. So you can see adding another 260 magic defense really isn't going to do anything. It's going to reduce the damage on this guy by like 3 points. So instead of getting hit for 120, we're going to hit for like 117. So the stats on that may look a little like, hey, wow, that's a lot more, you know, a lot more defense, a lot more magic defense. But realistically, it's not actually going to do much in actual battle, in actual combat. Alright, so let's kill him now. Our polar bears. Man, animal cruelty. Our polar bear almost just got burned to death because we were talking about this experiment on doing damage calculations. Hey, reset happened. That's cool, so we can do all these quests again. Alright, so there's the coin purse one that is low. We got the high rank on that, which is fine. And synthesize, so we need to change this one. Synthesize 20. We want to get down to 10. 20. And 20. Alright, so we failed on that, so it's going to happen. You are going to fail sometimes. We have to do a little bit extra. So that means it just costs us 10 extra labor points. Which, you know, it is what it is. We have no other choice to do it. And so the cool thing too about buying that skin, we're not going to make a ton of money because we paid a lot, and then there's that 10% auction house fee. But the money that we do make is pure profit. We don't spend any labor or any resources to actually do this. So, yeah, it's just profit. Like, making just pure profit is always great because it doesn't cost us anything. It just costs us a little bit of time. And alright, let's go over here. So medium rank, we could actually get that up to high potentially. 300 more monsters. I think I have time though today to do this. Supply meat, supply soil, great. We like those. So it looks like we're gonna kill 300 more monsters today. We are gonna take a break after doing these ones, and then also listing some items on the auction house. It's always good to take breaks just for your sanity as well. Alright, so we can now go take some of these and make a shotgun ore. We can only make really one right now because we only have 280 labor. So we don't want to be in that same position that we were yesterday where we had no labor left over. So we'll do 3.7. Then let's put these down to 5. Put them up on the auction house. Alright, there we go. So it's like something doesn't feel right. But that's because we bought some ores. So that's where we spent some of our money, was on ore. I was like, our BSLT's not going up. What's wrong? Alright, so next up, we need to, let's change this quest. High, good. We got high one, so we're gonna get more labor. And so now we can do synthesis and we can do coin purses. It's so painful that we have to waste 120 labor points opening up these coin purses. Well, we actually even don't have enough synthesis materials to do that quest either, too. Ooh, that sucks. I think we failed to sell synthesis materials. Okay, there we go. Yep. Yeah, so we're gonna end up spending 140 labor, 120 on the coin purses, and then 20 on the synthesis. It's very, very expensive. That's gonna put us down to 47 labor. We'll get a little bit back though. We'll get 50 there, and we'll get another 100 there. And the big thing is, once we get up to the 30 BSLT, we will get a whole bunch of labor. So every one that you put in does cost 1 labor, so that's why we only put the absolute minimum that we need to put in. And then same thing, we'll go ahead and open up these noble coin purses. We need to open up 20 of them. And our poor labor points. I wonder, let's see. Let's go and try and sell 10 of these. Actually, no, 15. So 15 is the number that you need for the finishing touches. That's actually a craft that we can check to see. Finish. We don't have enough of the resources. We have no mineral crystals and we have no sap. But 15 of those, boom, and then 1 of each of these and 5 labor makes a finishing touches bundle. And it sells for about 4.7, but not many sell. So you're gonna have a lot of hard time selling these. You can't craft a whole bunch. So 4.69 people. So 69 sales in a whole day. That's a very small amount. But it is probably pretty profitable. Let's see. So 15 sap and 15. Yeah, that's actually really profitable. It's just you're not going to sell a bunch of them. Let's go and actually make one of these things. Let's see how much sap is. So sap is 0.06. So 15 times 0.06 is going to be approximately 90. It's a little bit higher than 90. And then mineral. And 0.6, so again, a little bit higher than 90. And then these ones are 0.25. So those, we'll just round up to 3, so that's 0.45. So 0.9, 0.9, 0.45. So you're looking at 1.8, 2.225, and then one of each of these things. So you're looking at about 2.5 cost to make a finishing touch. And it's going to sell for about 4.7. So that's a really good profit right there. For 5 labor that you're making 2 BSLT. We do have to invest quite a bit, but it is definitely worthwhile to try and do this and make some money off of it with this profit margin. And this is why I also said that you do use your BSLT to make a BSLT. Let's refresh. So we can't buy the crazy expensive one right there. So we can only buy this one. And then sap. And there we go. We can buy a small one right there. So the nice thing is too is this also will give us resources for our daily quests. So even if this thing doesn't sell, or we get stuck with these things and we can't use them right away, we will eventually, over time, have to cancel this, use them personally in our daily quests. Oops, it's not crafted there. Is it crafted over here? Nope, not crafted there. So to find out where something's crafted, you push O for the folio and then type in what you're looking for and then search. So this is the finished products, and then you click on it and it will tell you it's processed workbench. So I think it's supposed to be this. It's like okay, it's not there though. It's not a process workbench. So it's going to be in basic town. So yeah, so it looks like our BSLT is down, but when we actually sell all these materials that we did purchase, our BSLT should be going up. So again, this is why I've always said that it's easier to make BSLT once you actually have some of it. Because if we were to end up actually farming and trying to get all these materials ourselves via just like, crops, it would take months upon months to get all these things. Because we can only plant 3 crops a day. Where is the workbench? Is this one? No. Is this one? It's lumber. Processed lumber. Nope. There we go. So sometimes it is definitely hard to find these workbenches. They're all there though, so when you find a community or a town, so let's put this down to 4.6. We're going to undercut by 0.1 and hopefully sell this guy. And if we sell it, then we can just keep an eye out. So what we need to do is we need to find a little bit more of the sap. So we'll just keep an eye on the sap price, and if we can find some cheap ones. So the next cheapest one is 0.07, and that's a little bit expensive. We want to find some that are, 0.06. Always just to keep your costs down. Alright guys, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. We will be hunting some mobs, doing some questing, and progressing later on today.